Ladies and gentlemen, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands.
The crowd is cheering and your heart begins to race. You reach down, grab the hands of the girls standing on either side of you, and begin to walk out into the gym. The first thing you see is a bright blue mat in the middle of the floor. Then you realize that you are about to perform the routine you have been working on for months, and you cannot mess up because this is not practice. You stand in front of the mat, palms sweating, not making a move until you hear the judges say, "You may take the floor." You spirit onto the mat, find your place, and stand completely still until the music starts. This is it. This blue mat is where all of your hard work will finally be shown. The blue mat I'm referring to is the standard cheerleading competition mat. I was a competition cheerleader all 4 years of high school and spent many lengthy hours on mats just like the ones utilized at competitions. These mats have become a very special place to me. They will forever be imprinted in my memory as a place where I learned such things as hard work and dedication. These mats also taught me what teamwork meant and gave me a whole new family of sisters. The first time I stepped on the padded, bright blue mats, I did not know how much an effect they would have on my life. I thought I was only going to practice a couple of hours every week, but I was very wrong. Our squad practiced 2 to 3 hours every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. My first year, I had to learn all of the basics of being a flyer, which is the person that is lifted into the air to execute different stretches and tosses. Stretches are when the flyer bends their bodies into various positions, and tosses are when the flyer is thrown in the air. I was extremely scared because people can get injured while flying, and I had never done it before. The older flyers on the squad helped teach me tricks they had mastered to do the stunts, and with tons of practice I began to hit or correctly do every stunt. I had never worked that hard for anything in my life. I practiced my stretches, jumps, and motions at home so I could work on the more difficult parts at practice. Running the routine numerous times made all of us so tired and frustrated that we would sometimes get discouraged. We would keep saying hit it and quit it, which was our way of keeping ourselves motivated. My coach would tell us we could not halfway do competition. We had to put our all into it to be the best. Every practice we would roll the big blue mats out, take them down, and run the routine over and over again until we did it perfect 3 times in a row. It felt like cheerleading consumed our lives during competition season because we would practice all week, cheer games on Friday, and have competition early Saturday mornings in towns hours away from Colquitt. The sport took a lot of time and effort which I had never experienced with anything else. We had to be completely dedicated to competition from the beginning of summer to the middle of November. Over those long months, the other 15 girls and I worked together to make the routine perfect. Each flyer usually has 3 bases and sometimes 4 depending on what kind of stunt was being done. The back stands behind the flyer, counts off for the stunt, pushes the flyer up and grabs the ankle holding the flyer steady. The main and side bases are positioned on either side of the flyer with one foot in the main base's hand and the side base catching the other foot or grabbing the same foot, depending on the stunt. They push the flyer into the air. Sometimes there is a front base who stands in front of the flyer and grabs the arms of the main and side base to give them extra support with the lift. It takes every single person in the group to make this stunt work. Our coach would tell us there is no I in teamwork, and I learned this firsthand. All of the girls had to work together to perform a flawless routine. Working together on such a strenuous task made the squad very close. Yes, we would have our arguments, and there have been times when people have threatened to quit due to all of the stress, but in the end, when we would step on that blue mat, we would overcome all of the squabbling and pull through. Since we spent so much time together over the long 6 months of practice, bus rides to faraway towns for competitions, and squad sleepovers, we grew to be a family. Even though the squad would change every year and we would all cry when the senior cheerleaders left, I consider all of the girls that have been on the squad year after year to be my sisters. We would take up for each other, congratulate one another on accomplishments, and be there if a fellow cheerleader needed us. Without these special bright blue mats, I would not have had the opportunity of becoming so close with all of these remarkable girls. I would not have learned what it means to work as hard as you can to achieve your goals, and to dedicate all of your time to one particular thing to make it worthwhile. Last but not least, I would not have learned what it is like to work as a team, and to see it takes every single person to make the whole experience great. I will never forget what it feels like to be on those blue mats, or the life lessons they taught me, and I know I will miss them the rest of my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5, 6, 7,